Hey everyone, welcome back to another reel on my favorite topic, mythological fictional books and recommendations. Whilst today's topic is slightly different. At the present time, as we grow to understand the importance of our ancient Indian text, we tend to struggle on how to really learn them. We do have some stories, but it becomes very tricky that how can we apply them. These seems very different. Those times were different than ours. So how can we know that? How can we inculcate those topics? How can we understand them at first? Because they are very deep. Even Ramayana and Mahabharata in itself are just big topics, big subjects in itself to read. So it's become really difficult for us at the present time to understand them as we go on. But we can learn through different fictional movies, and we can know those stories and just be proud of those, that beautiful history of our ancestors, but at the same time to understand them and the concepts deeply inscribed into those texts, we really need to understand it through a humanized way. What are they trying to tell us? What are the texts in Bhagavad or in the Upanishad Purans trying to tell us? Whilst for a young person, it is difficult to understand those texts in a very deeper manner, and all those very deep. So how can we inculcate them in our present life? So these are 5 books from my favorite mythological fiction writer Amish Tripathi on different subjects. I would really like to say them as subjects. So the first, I have it in hard copy. So this is The Immortals of Meluha. I have it is a trilogy. So there are 3 books. I have all of them. I love this. This is a story of Shiva, but in a more humanized way. I'm trying to say that it is not all like totally real as in the text. It is slightly bent to create a storyline, but at the same time, just books let me learn a lot about Shiva as a person. Even as a character, what is God trying to tell us being in that avatar or being in that story, in that journey? Even Ramayana means the journey of Ram in the script. So this is trilogy. This is the first book of it, The Immortals of Meluha. Meluha being a immortal city, that perfect city that we imagine would be like. It is mostly taken in the context of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa civilization as being that one, whilst it's very difficult to date back what time it would happen. But as we try to make it history, and we don't really have all the evidences, so this kind of seems to fit in. The another one, so this was a story of Shiva, and the another one is Ramayana, where with every book, I don't have it in hard copy, but I have read till now. It is not complete, the Ramchandra series. The 4th book has recently come out. Grab it and read all the 3 books. You can read them separately if you wanted. The 4th book has just come out of the Ramchandra series, and I'm gonna grab it very soon. But at the same time, with every book, this is a 5-part series where first the 3 main characters, that are Ram, Sita and Ravan, are properly described and properly given the context of their backstory, literally. And then at the time of the abduction of Sita, all the 3 books meet, and the 4th book is going to be about the Great War and everything. I don't know what the 5th one is literally going to be about, but as I grab the 4th book, I will surely get to know on that context. It will really like you to understand every single character, like analyze every single character, what Ram stood for, how Sita was. Although these are not like definite things, but this eventually tells you what these people stood for, what characters built by Valmiki ji stood for, and how were these people, and what they were trying to let us know, how they can inspire us in our times, because the thoughts and the inspiration remains the same. And even as you read through the book, the way some of the whole country concepts are described, like how Ram was in the justice and the policing system, really getting the rules in the place, making new rules for the whole country as they get on to with their responsibilities as prince. At the same time, how what Sita stood for, and what is the rule of Vishmita ji in the whole story, what is the backstory of Ravan, how we can really know what they might be in the present world, how can we understand them, how they were in the present world, if we would like to imagine them. So that is very interesting. And how the technologies would happen if we kind of relate them in the present time, like there we are studying something like nuclear weapons. So these are the certain concepts around it. And let's drop on to the third one. The third one is not recent, but it's like 2 or 3 around 3 years old. This is the first hard copy book I got of Amish Tripathi. This is about a warrior, Suhail Dev, who during the time of Muhammad Ghori attack on India, fought through his army and defeated it like completely, and defeats his whole army till the last person, which is kind of heroic. And this is how even the fight scenes are described so technically, like how someone will move and someone will, which bone would be broken. It's just interesting. Sometimes I feel if it is made into a film, or that could be. Although moving on to the fourth one, so in the non-fiction there is one book that came out last year, 21, which is Dharma, which Amish Tripathi wrote with his sister. So this book tends to tell us about daily life discussions. Don't we discuss some concepts and thoughts in our daily life with our parents? Like, why was that like that? Why didn't you question that thing? Why is this ritual done? Why am I supposed to do this thing? Why can't I do something else? We all question these things with our parents. We all tend to question these things differently with ourselves. But he always tend to encourage this kind of daily life discussions, which actually makes a greater impact in our lives than anything else. Just talking, just having a discussion, just having a point of view. If this is about some of the most, like, if I take it as a feministic topic, like why Ram left Sita, was he a good person, should we pray, and all of those things that comes in around. Okay, what did he stood for? What did Sita stood for? What happened after that? Why did this happen? What did it encourage within our society? Some of these topics that tend to happen. We tend to discuss these topics every single day. And the fifth one is it is non-fiction, but it is really nice if you really like to read about some, societal based topics and slightly philosophical. And these discussions, if you really like about these mythological discussions and these questionnaire stuff, so there's a book of non-fiction by Amish Tripathi called The Immortal India. It could be a different name, you can search it out. So this is just a compilation of all the news, all the articles he wrote for different newspapers, and some question answer rounds which he might have answered during the book uh, publication. These are some questionnaires, and they are really interesting. You can also watch a video if you really like to understand this. You can watch podcast of a Mishra Pathi. You can do a couple of things if you want to understand it more nicely, and how we can presently understand it at the same time. So these are the 5 books